Hello, my friends, and welcome to another report on the Ukraine-Russian war, day 262. And as you can see, northern Kherson is all in blue, and we've had no map updates besides that. Okay, what I did want to get into is that there is fighting going along over at the North Kakhovka and supposedly over here too, guys. So let's get into it. First, I want to report on the Russian losses. We're sitting at 321,840. And for the killed in action, we've got 80,210. If we go back to yesterday, we were sitting at 79,400. So in one day, they lost 810 soldiers. It was a busy day yesterday. Okay, and let's see what else. They lost 34 armored vehicles, 24 tanks, 12 artillery pieces, and I think they lost a helicopter as well. Hasn't shown up yet, but that's okay. So let's get to this, guys. This is incredible here, okay? Unconfirmed reports of fighting underway in the Kinburn Peninsula, left bank of the Dniper River. So this is interesting. So this is on the south side. Okay, and I followed this guys on Twitter. So let me get to it here. Reports of fighting underway in the Kinburn Peninsula, and he's got a nice video too. So the first official confirmation, the Kinburn Peninsula, which remains the only unliberated territory of the Mykolaiv region, is the target of the armed forces of Ukraine. Combat work is underway, said Nataliya Humenyuk, the spokesperson of the Operational Command Pivden. And here's a cool video, guys, and so let's see this. I'm not sure if you can right here, you can see the boats here. There's like, I can see about 5 boats. Like, I can't see how many men are on them. Looks about 7 to 10 men. And the Kinburn Peninsula. This is some of the comments. Is an obvious locale for launches, communication relays. I wouldn't be surprised if special forces have been active. Okay. And let's see. Hoax. There's no interest in going there. Yeah, right. I did like this picture here. It's nice graffiti. Okay. I would think that would be very difficult to keep supplied in a reliable manner, plus with very obvious checkpoint to get off the peninsula toward the mainland. I don't see how this would be beneficial in the big picture. Holy shit, what a move, Ukraine. Okay, guys, so got another one for you guys. The Russian Federation has begun evacuation from the Kakhovka district in the Kherson region. And we've got a little map of where that is. And so yesterday I did a YouTube video, guys. It was unconfirmed reports of Ukraine special forces crossing the Dniper, and they might be in here, guys. There's no further reports on that. However, they might. Let's see here. This was reported at the Kyiv Independent and Russia media. Russia evacuates occupation administration from the Kakhovka east bank of the Dnieper River. And supposedly the administration building too has removed the Russian flag. I don't have a picture of that, but according to independent media outlet Medusa, the Russian administration of occupied Kakhovka announced staff evacuation. The town northeast recently liberated Kherson sits on the east bank. And Russia installed leader of occupied Kakhovka, Pavel Filipchuk, said that fighting is possible in the 15-kilometer zone on the Dniper eastern bank. Yeah, of course, 15 kilometers on the south side. So what I don't know is if there's actually soldiers there or if they're just shelling back and forth. Or Ukraine might already be there. Okay, so here we have an ammunition dump, guys, that was captured. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more of these. Did want to show this though. You can see all the boxes of ammo. They even tore off their clothes. Mortars. Bunch more ammo. Just a couple of guys. Bunch of ammo. So hopefully we'll see a bunch of more of these videos. And let's keep it moving. Let's see here. I did want to report some bad news too, guys. Besides all the joy in the south, the AFCU in Bakhmut faces hell. Russia has increased attacks with the Ukrainian forces try to withstand. And here are some pictures shot in the hospital. Every half hour, our soldiers are brought in wounded and also dead. This is the truth of war. So sadly, guys, the war goes on. Okay, I did like this article. Ukraine is maybe the most important place in the world right now, and the fate of freedom writ large really does hang on what happens in Ukraine, says historian Timothy Snyder, who's teaching an open class on the history of Ukraine at Yale. And so this is a free class too. I don't know if you get college credit for it, but let's listen to I don't know, like 30 seconds of this clip.
Ukraine is maybe the most important place in the world right now, and the fate of freedom writ large really does hang on what happens in Ukraine. And I'm capable of teaching such a class. There is only one other class in the United States of America which is a full history of Ukraine, so I decided to teach it at Yale, and Yale was kind enough to make it an open class, which means anyone can watch this class for free right now. And what I realized is that people needed another story. They knew that what Russia was saying, official Russia, was a lie.
Yeah, we all know that. That's why people are also watching my YouTube channel. Okay, so this was an interesting story here, guys. Head of PACE, Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, outed as a Russian spy. I believe it's this guy. I'm surprised major English outlets have not picked up on this major story about the head of PACE, the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe, getting outed as a Russian spy. So hopefully we'll have more info on that. Okay, here we have a nice video, guys. This is what liberation looks like. This is what liberation feels like. Euphoric words, crowds bursting into songs as Nick Robertson from CNN reports from the newly liberated Ukrainian town of Kherson. There's so many of these guys, but I like this one. So I wanted to show a little,
But this is just a moment of euphoria here, just a moment of celebration where people can come in the square and show their flags. Remember, back at the beginning of the war, this was the city. Back when the Russian troops rolled in here, the beginning of the war, this was the city that tried to resist. They had protests.
I hope you're enjoying your freedom. Slava Ukraine. Okay, now we've got another nice video here. I think this has got copyrighted music, so I can't. Yep, copyrighted music. But you can see them dancing in the street. There's so many of these guys, and I made another video. You can check it on my channel. Did a little compilation. Okay. There's just so many of those. Also now, guys, as you can see, with the 20 to 15 kilometer buffer, Chaplinka is well within the range of HIMARS and the GMLRS munition. Ukraine has the remaining Kherson South well within its sights. And here's a little map of just how far they can reach. So it looks like they're going to be able to cut off any supply access coming to the south. And the same thing is going to happen. What happened to the north side? They're not going to be able to supply them and they'll have to retreat. Okay, so let's move on. Here we've got some more good news, guys. Kill this. As many as 45 members of the armed forces of Ukraine have been released from Russian captivity. Head of the Office of President of Ukraine, Andrew Humenyuk, tweeted on November 11th. Now this was interesting, guys, that this happened on the same day that Kherson was liberated. So just a little tidbit there. And Ukraine is ready to negotiate, guys. Okay, the president's office named basic positions of Ukraine for possible negotiations with Russia. Okay, so here we go. The advisor of the head of the president's office, Mykolaiv, on air of the informational telethon, once again reminded that for a real negotiation process with Russian Federation, there is one preliminary and key condition: the withdrawal of Russian troops from the territory of Ukraine. So, hey, Russia, you want to negotiate? There's one condition: get out of the country. Take your troops and go somewhere else. And guys, I wanted to finish this up with a touching video of a grandmother meeting her grandson who liberated her son. And this is a nice video. Oops, there we go. Grandson and grandma. So that's where I want to end it, guys. I hope you like this video. Guys, I'm a brand new channel, so please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I really do appreciate it. Slava Ukraine, and have a beautiful day. Peace out, guys.